Watch this. Watch this. Yeah. No. You crazy. No, you can call me. Call me whenever. Call me anytime. All right.
Just don't call him now
Peace.
because he busy.
What is she talking about?
Who you on the phone with?
Don't worry about who I'm on the phone with.
Don't worry about who you
Why you worry about who I'm on the phone with?
Don't make my pressure go up. And you got your secretive voice.
What's my secretive voice?
Okay, you have to all that slow, soft talking.
I was a slow, soft talking.
Yeah, you was slow, soft
Why
talking.
would I be slow? I don't know.
I don't know. Who was you talking to?
It was a female friend of mine.
Yeah, we don't have those.
What you mean?
Female friends. You want me to call some male friends?
What's wrong? Is it a problem for a guy to have a female friend?
Absolutely.
What you mean?
When he's in a
absolutely?
committed relationship or a marriage, absolutely.
What you mean?
Because these women folks be crossing the line.
I don't care about what other people be doing.
No, who feels
That's
like that
about.
aggravation?
You said what?
Who feels like that aggravation?
What aggravation you talking about?
Because it never works out. Somewhere somebody grows feelings and then things get said or done that's inappropriate and then the excuse comes.
That's
We're
inappropriate.
just friends. But
No,
no.
I keep a standard. So
You cannot control everyone outside of yourself.
I never can, but I
Right.
for certain can control me.
Absolutely.
For certain, I don't care
Yes.
what nobody else is doing.
Well, that's true, but when there's two people involved, you can't say I don't care about what anybody else is doing as long as I can control
When
myself.
it's two people involved, all you got to do is worry about what she doing. I wouldn't care if she sent me a butt naked text. I'm gonna say, listen, you cut off. I don't do that. I can't do that. No, thank you.
Well, I would hope you would do that, but we're
That's
not
exactly
talking
what
about
I'm
butt naked text.
What you talking about then?
We talking about when certain women, or when women get a certain amount of attention from a man, there's something released in their system, and I forget the technical term. You laughing, but this is a true story.
It's scientific.
It's scientific. And once that chemical is released into their bloodstream,
What is it called?
creates-
They get your phone right there. Why don't you look it up real quick?
Baby, I saw it on Dr. Oz, but I knew it was there before Dr. Oz.
You knew it was there. Why? Because you maybe something was
No,
released in your
because
system.
all the birds that I got to deal with that think they...
You got to deal with birds.
I definitely deal with birds that think they more important than what they really are.
Who say
You asked me a question,
everybody
I'm
is
telling you
important
the
to
truth.
me?
Listen, everybody can be important, but everybody should know their role too. And when I
Everybody-
feel like I got to explain their role to them, there's a problem.
You ain't never had to explain your role to nobody in my life.
What are you talking? I'm not saying that I physically had to do it. I said when I feel like I have to do it because somewhere's getting foggy to them and they're starting to think that they can say and do things
So
that
you
they
saying
can't.
that there is no way, shape, or form any type of relationship that can be held between somebody who's with somebody and somebody who's single. Doesn't matter what the situation is. Just the opposite sex just can't be friends.
Not when they're in committed relationships.
Now, is that speaking on the security of who you're in a relationship with, or just period?
No, I think you can have two of the most secure individuals happily in a relationship, and I still don't think that they need to have the opposite sex as friends outside of the relationship.
Now, listen, I tend to, I will agree with you. I will say some men, and I'm only speaking on the men aspect, some men aren't capable of having that. Some men aren't capable of maintaining a pure friend relationship. But what about guys like me that is stable? And not that I will ever put myself in a situation to be caught off guard or to fall into some foolishness. Do you think somebody like me or me can have a female friend?
No. It's not going to change. You want to know why?
Why?
Because women mistake your generosity and your kindness for something more than what it really is. Mm-hmm. And then when I'm out and I see women getting attitudes with you because you didn't call them back when you said, and I'm like, but why you got an attitude? You're not in the position to have attitudes. Or when they feel like they want to include their children in situations and
Their children.
yeah,
Jeez,
it's been some folks that just was doing way too much, and you'll never want me out here in these streets acting crazy, so I just grin and bear it because I don't want to act crazy. But that's why I say it's wise to stay away from those type of situations. Then you won't have any problems.
You got your whole shoulder hanging out while we're having this conversation too. You got a Jezebel spirit on you.
Shirt. That's the style of the shirt.
I don't care what the style of the shirt is. See, that's what I'm saying.
What you want me to?
No,
you want me to say it like this?
You see how you just blame the shirt?
I didn't blame
and
the
say,
shirt.
oh, it's the shirt fault.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Point?
My point is, ain't no blaming. You gotta claim what's going on. You say, you know what? It ain't the shirt fault. I put the shirt on today. That's what I'm saying. When you got a man that can take responsibility, like, okay, yeah, I don't care what she may have gotten out of line. No. She may have done this, but I cut it right off.
Okay. Let me just say this to you. I remember it was this guy at a party, and he was just drawn to me for whatever reason. We was just chatting, and I didn't think anything of it because I could tell I was not his type. I wasn't even the sex that he was attracted to.
Lustful.
And so I picked that up right away. But you didn't know that because you was a little bit away from me in the party. But what you didn't like was this guy was engaging with me way too much, and I agree.
When was that? I don't even remember that.
When I do. But you checked him. And he was kind of taken aback, like, "What? I'm just over here talking. First of all, she ain't got nothing I want in so many words." But you didn't like the feeling. And because you didn't like the feeling and you felt however you felt the need to make it clear, that's my wife and you doing too much. Now, what happens when you have friendships and people just having general conversation? Nobody trying to go home, hang out, we at a party, don't even like women. And then what?
What you mean? I don't understand what you're saying.
What do you mean you don't understand what I'm saying? It does not work. That was a totally innocent situation. And we wasn't even friends. We was just chatting because we were at a party having a good time, and it was like, oh, everybody was mingling. You didn't like it. Now imagine if I had a 6'2" male friend who actually was nice looking, who do like women.
What?
I'm just saying. Oh, I'm gonna go over Mark's house and I'm.
There you
what?
Go.
Oh, me and Mark.
Ain't nobody talking about going nobody.
Okay.
Nobody house.
Me and Mark going to lunch because he wants me to look at these swatches he picked out to get his new his old sofa upholstered. Please. You remember that time I took that guy around, a hairstylist that was going to work for me. And again, I wasn't even the sex he was attracted to.
How do I know that? I've never seen this fictitious guy. I don't know. Ain't no told. I never. When we was dating, when we was dating, she got lost. For hours. That's what I want to say.
He was relocating and we was trying to find him.
What are you doing? Why you ain't answering your phone?
It's not lost.
Why you ain't answering your phone? I don't care what.
Because back then we had Nextel, and Nextel didn't work
so now
for me.
you trying to say if it wasn't working?
Whatever.
You was gone at 11 o'clock.
I'm just saying.
And then come home till 9:30, 10 o'clock.
I was gone for the entire day. Why did that bother you so much?
That didn't bother me. The only thing that bothered me is me not being getting in touch with you. Just like it will bother you when it bothers you.
Just like that time I couldn't get in touch with you and you was with Junior over at the choir's house, and the next thing I know, I'm not gonna say which choir over there, and next thing I know, you missing in action until
first of all, I was
5
not.
Oh,
lies.
Yeah. Brother,
I was not missing in action. I gave her play by play what was going on. I came on. This is when I was living in California. I came home to visit my brother and everybody, and my brother, he was single and still single. Well, now he ain't single now, right? Who knows, right? But he had some foolish, and I called you.
You did not
every step of the way.
Every step of the way until midnight when you disappeared till about 5 a.m.
That's a lie.
It is not a lie. Listen, you almost lost me over that.
Almost
you lost me over that. I
can't lose you if they cut all the lights off right now. I'm talking about they cut the lights off outside. They cut the lights off inside. You still gonna find me.
I was like, what? He got me all the way messed up if he think this is acceptable. And then here you come the next day, baby, don't be mad at me. I was with my brother and my phone died.
That's don't you trying to get off the face? And that's what women do. Women try to do the transfer of power. You see how she totally flipped her being out all day with some guy. I don't know who this. I ain't never heard. I ain't never seen. I still ain't seen this guy. Still ain't heard from him.
You didn't like it. You didn't like it.
So you telling me that there's no men out there, period. Does not matter. So here's the bigger question. The bigger question is, does it matter what the other person's intentions are? Does it matter?
What are you talking about? The
male or female. If the female is in a committed relationship and some dude is trying to get at her, if she is 100% loyal to a man and to her dude, doesn't matter what the dude's intentions is, and vice versa for the men. If the man is in, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, does it matter? Does it matter that the other person or whoever other person misconstrues or thinks something is different or is misled in any kind of way? Does it matter? Because that's not the intentions of the primary party or whoever's in the committed relationship.
The primary party being the significant other.
No, the primary party
Yes, okay. It matters because it's not about whether I trust you or you trust me. It matters because now you have another member, the opposite sex, in your life, feeling like there's a connection. And then when they start thinking that they're supposed to receive certain things because we're friends.
Receive?
Baby, you know, Zach, don't make me just call names out here on this here.
Receive?
You want some receipts? I'm just saying, for me, it's never about do I trust you? Because if I got to ask that question, then we don't need to be together. Now, when you're talking in your secretive voice, I want to know what the big secret is so I can be a part of it.
First of all, I don't talk in no secretive voice.
You definitely do.
I don't.
Any old who. You don't do it often, but sometimes I'll catch you and Brandon and y'all be like,
how you always try to do? Brandon said he a grown man. He don't whisper to nobody.
I know. It's my husband whispering to Brandon.
That's terrible.
But at the end of the day,
I don't whisper. It don't matter what's going to see. That's the thing. Now, a friend of mine's, a good friend of mine's, shout to BK. I ain't going to say his full name. Shout to BK. He said that women have to be conditioned for a certain level of love. When you're dealing with a certain level of guy, when you're dealing, he's operating and moving on a certain playing field, that some women have to be conditioned to deal with that type. Now, listen, I'm not talking about, let me get this clear. I'm not talking about the snakes and the underhanded people who out there. I'm talking about the guys that really are faithful, who really are committed, and they just on another playing field where they around other women, and it's just a part of the field or industry that they're in. He says that some women have to be conditioned for that type of relationship. I would think, being that the type of women I'm around and having to be around, you got to have a certain mentality of it. So, and half of my business is relationships. So yeah, I might get a call from a female who's an artist or who's anything, and I never go and react to the sense of, oh, well, I can't have this conversation in front of my wife. Me personally, no. Whoever called me, whenever, anytime, whatever, I can have that conversation right in front of my wife because everybody know what it is. What I'm saying is
talking about you though.
But there's a lot of men out there like me.
Okay, there is, and don't have female friends. What? I don't care what you listen. I know one thing is we're mutual in this, and it's never been an issue. But I haven't even thought about I want male friends. Now, you, on the other hand, because of your line of work, there's been female acquaintances. And 99% of the time...
Some friends.
I would say the ones that are like friends, I have a lightweight relationship with as well. Yeah, but I'm talking about the ones that I don't, because there's a reason I don't. Because they doing little sneaky, underhanded stuff that women know exactly what that was about. but because you so nice, you over there like, baby, I don't think she meant it like that. See, I don't have time for that.
See, now that's just me not caring whatever they meant it like. Now, let me say this. I will say that. Let me clarify. Let me clarify myself.
I can't eat my ice.
Let me clarify myself. No, not every man or every woman can have a relationship with the opposite sex and call it friendship. Some men are not capable. Some women are not capable. I would not suggest for any newly married couples or newly married anybody or to engage of having friends of the opposite sex because that gets really tricky really, really fast. I'm talking about, and you know, I don't want to.
Why does it get tricky really, really fast there?
Because I think in the beginning, it's a meshing point. It's a meshing period. So, and things are still kind of new. Listen, I don't care what nobody says. When we get married, when people get married, yes, we are in love. But as the time goes by, love, if you really in love, if you really rocking with who you got, love increases. And there's premature states of love, and there are mature states of love. I believe that wholeheartedly, 100%. That's what I think. So in the premature aspects of love, I don't think you should share any space or any time with anything that could be misconstrued or messed up. I'm just saying there's certain levels on the playing field. There's certain levels to this thing. You got some seasoned guys who are really all about love and respect and committed to their wives that it don't matter what any opposite sex does, it'll never ever get to them.
You can't say that. You can't say that because I've seen little things happen that I felt you overreacted to, but you felt how you felt concerning other men.
You talking about this party now? It definitely would have been
that year at the Stella Awards. You remember that year?
Oh, because I know that's because you still got your Jezebel spirit with your shoulders hanging out, and you got to wear all this here tight stuff and I'm standing there, and the guy all he doing is looking down at your behind. That's all he doing, looking like
I don't think he liked butts personally, but okay.
First of all, it was more than one.
It just don't work. It don't work. If you single, it works. If you not, because I don't want nobody to feel like my husband can cry on their shoulder. Absolutely not. And then, if you on the outs, let me call my friend and talk to her. Or if she having to call, no.
Listen.
Your wife or your husband should be all you need. That's why God gave them to you.
I'm not saying that. There should not be no outside conversation to where your wife is.
But now you're going to have a friendship with stipulations.
No, it's not stipulations. I'm just saying it's certain points in your life where you know you can handle certain things and certain things you can't handle.
But everybody's not always honest with what they can and can't handle.
That's true.
And then they get caught up in situations and they're like, how did this happen?
That's true.
So why even entertain it? I'm not saying you can't, I'm not looking at nobody, I can't. No, you can have acquaintances. Hey, what's up? You know, I know. That's not the issue here. And trust is not the issue here. It's just I've had the experience of you meeting people, and I might not be there at the time you meet them. And then the next thing I know, this person makes me feel like I need to check her because she's overstepping her boundaries. And for that, no thank you. Because then I'll be in the streets looking crazy because you'll be over there like, I don't know how this happened. And then she'll be like, but I'm just his friend. But women are very clear with their intentions. You ain't got to be a rocket scientist to figure it out. When they do little stuff that's a little bit sneaky, misleading, and subliminal.
Very sneaky.
Nobody has time for that. So why even open that door to that foolishness? Let's not entertain that.
Okay, but
hang out with the homies when you feel like you want your friends around.
I have female friends that are females and single, and they know you, and they love you, they all that type of stuff. So I guess everybody can't be like me.
You are crazy.
But it's not like I said, it's layers to this whole conversation. It's layers to all of it. A lot of people can't handle it. For the most part, I would say majority no. That shit.
If she gonna be your friend, she gonna be our friend.
Our friend, exactly.
If he gonna be my friend, he gonna be our friend.
Exactly.
Ain't no, this is our friendship. No, it ain't. Nope. That's all I got to give you. So no friends. Sorry.
That's terrible.